So if you're like me, you've been in a situation where you were on the phone with a prospect or sitting with a potential client at a listing appointment, and they threw out an objection at you and you thought to yourself, I wonder what some of the top agents would say to this or how they may handle this particular objection. Well, the other day, I was lucky enough to moderate a competition called The Closer. We got some of the top agents in the area all in one room in front of a live audience of about 80 other real estate agents, and they went head to head where we threw out an objection at them, and their challenge was to close on that appointment or handle that objection in 2 minutes. We even had the live audience vote on this, and it was such a great experience and such a learning experience for me and the people that were there. We even saw agents there with their phone cameras up, filming it, taking notes, learning from what these top agents would say in response to these objections. And the good news is, we got it all recorded and right here for you. And make sure you've got a notepad and pen out and you're taking some notes, because I know you're going to learn a ton from this. Enjoy the video. Hey, what's up? It's Richard here, and we are getting ready for The Closer. We got a room packed full of agents. I mean, look at this. I mean, this room is packed. We are going to get started soon, and check out what we've got. The Closer. We are getting started with The Closer. Yeah. So on your phones, you should see Bob's name. You guys all see Bob's name? Yeah. So scan the QR code, you should see Bob's name, and we're gonna get started, okay? All right, here we go. You can choose open houses, a listing phone call, listing appointment, or buyer consultation.
Are they gonna choose?
No, you can choose.
Okay, let's go listing phone call.
Listing phone call. All right. Here's the scene. A potential seller calls you and wants to find out more about selling their home. What I'm going to start with as a seller is, I received one of your postcards and was curious about selling my home. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for the timer? Okay. So Bob, I received one of your postcards in the mail the other day and I was curious about selling my home.
Oh, fantastic. First of all, may I get your name?
Oh, my name's Richard.
Oh, hi, Richard. Thank you so much for giving us a call. I'm curious, Richard, you're thinking about selling your home, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Great. Now, of course, when you sell your home, you have to live somewhere. Where are you planning on moving to?
Oh, yeah, you know, we're retiring. I've got a house by the lake, so we're off.
Oh, fantastic. Which lake is that?
Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan. Oh, go blue. Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. And how soon do you need to be there, Richard?
You know, as soon as possible.
Okay, so you want to get your home sold right away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't, I've got availability this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, which is better for you?
Well, before we meet, I actually just wanted to get some information, and, you know, just calling to interview you over the phone. I mean, how much do you charge for all, you know, for you listing our home?
That's a great question, and I'm so glad you asked that. If we're not the right agent to do the job for you, there's absolutely no charge. And I would like to be able to demonstrate to you the value that we can bring to you before we talk about payment. So are you available in the afternoons or are nights and weekends better?
I mean, nights and weekends are pretty good, but is there any way, look, my wife and I, we just want to know how much. We pulled out a HELOC, we don't have a whole lot of equity. At least I don't think so. That's not what Zillow is telling us. So we just want to make sure that we're making enough money for us to be able to be comfortable after retirement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will be happy to bring a net sheet with me at our appointment, because there's a variety of options that we have available to us.
What's a net sheet?
A net sheet it tells you exactly how much money you're going to make when you sell your home, or when I sell your home. And
Okay.
Are you available in the afternoons, and you mentioned nights and weekends are better. I have availability Saturday at 10, or would 11 work better for you?
Okay, but is there any way you can tell me how much you charge? Because all the other realtors I'm calling, they're telling me, you know.
All right.
Let's give them a hand. So as you guys are voting, good job. All right, next we have Michelle.
Yay.
Michelle, same thing, open houses, listing phone call, listing appointment, buyer consultation.
I'll take open house.
Open houses, all right. So here's the scene. You're hosting an open house and a visitor walks in, starts looking around. The visitor just started their home search last week and has started looking online. We're gonna start with, you ready? So Michelle, I'm just here because I was just curious about the open house.
Yeah, great. Can I ask how you found us today?
You know, look, I've been looking on Zillow casually, this area, and I saw that there was an open house, so I just thought I'd just come take a look.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's awesome that you're already doing your own research online, and I'm so glad you found us today. So what I'd like to do is have you sign in right now and take a look around, and I'd love to get your feedback on what you like or don't like about the home, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound?
I just want to make sure I'm not going to get
Yeah.
any junk mail or...
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
I get way too many emails.
No, I would never reach out that way. I'm just planning on sending you maybe other properties in the area that are off market that you may not be privy to online right now. Would that
Okay,
be
sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, great. So go ahead and take a tour around, and we'll catch up at the end. I'll let you know your thoughts, or I want to hear your thoughts on the property.
Okay, I'm back. Hey, it's a beautiful house.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really nice. So thank you so much for
Yeah.
letting us take a look.
Yeah. So can I ask you, what was your favorite highlight of the home?
Oh, everything. It looks really nice.
Okay. Would you say you'd be ready to maybe write an offer on a home like this?
Yeah. I mean, how does that all even work? Do I need to hire someone, or
Right.
what do I do?
If you haven't already enlisted an agent to help you, you really need to do that, and I'd be the perfect person. I can go ahead and find out, what the best way to get you financed, or if you're utilizing cash, we can go ahead and put together a competitive offer tonight, because homes like this in the market move really fast. So if you're not prepared when you come to the home, you're not going to be prepared to make the offer.
Oh, I don't know if I'm really ready to hire an agent yet.
Right. So
So,
what would
we're just
ready
really
look
early.
like to you? What does ready mean to you? Does that mean finding the right agent or finding the right home?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we just started looking very recently. I feel like we just need some more time to look for the right house. And once we find the right house, then I think we'll probably hire an agent.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you found the right house today, such as this one, would you be ready to write the offer, or would you not be able to do that?
I might be, but yeah, this is just too early. This is the first house we saw. So
Right,
I think we need to look at least a few more.
Definitely. Would you be open to me sending you maybe potential listings that you haven't seen online, such as colleagues in my office?
Time.
Nice.
All right, she did great. All right. What to look for?
I want to point out something she said.
Yeah.
What does ready mean to you?
Yeah.
That was
Finding the right
freaking
home
brilliant.
for the right agent.
Perfect,
That was awesome.
perfect.
Bob, you're not playing this the right way. You're supposed to.
That was good.
No, I love
We want to give value to these people out here, that's the point.
We get that, but you're trying to.
No, I love that.
Okay, sure. What do you say? All right. What to look for? Did the agent pivot around the objection? Ask more questions.
Yes.
Did she dig deep into motivation? Did we discover what ready means for the buyer? Did they build some rapport?
Yes.
By the way, look, I know they're doing great so far. It's really easy to just score everybody a 5, and I get that, but we might have some ties if everybody's getting a 5. Be harsh on them. We do have tiebreakers. Be harsh.
Yeah, after me, yeah. Be harsh after me.
Thanks, thanks.
All right, we
Thanks for
have.
bringing that up now, Richard.
All right, we have Christina next. What would you like to choose, Christina?
Hit me with buyer consultation. For
Buyer
$500.
consultation. All right.
You can even do buyers.
Here we go. Now we're at the start of a buyer consultation. The scene is you are now with the buyer at your office to start the consultation. You want to build rapport with the buyer, get a needs analysis, find out motivation. We're going to start with, are you ready? I want to buy a house within the next 2 months, but I am so lost. Go.
Hey Richard, I hear that you want to buy a house within the next 2 months. Tell me what's going on in your life that's changing that you need to be able to make this move in the next 2 months.
Well, we've been renting, since I don't know when. And I just feel like we already missed the train a couple years ago. I'm just tired of living in our, where we are now. We just really want to move.
What's significant about 2 months though?
Oh, well, that's before school starts for my kids. I want to make sure that we get this done before the summer is over.
I hear you. So you want to be able to move before the summer's over. What happens if we're not able to get you into a new home before the summer?
Oh, then I don't know. I mean, I'd rather just probably wait until next year. Because definitely don't want it. Once school starts, it's just too crazy.
I hear you. Are you guys currently in the school district that you want to be in?
No, we're gonna have to move school, so I definitely don't want to move in the middle of the school year.
I hear you. Talk to me about your lease. Is that a month to month, or are you?
It's a month to month. It's a month to month. So yeah, we're leasing out a condo. We know the owners, so it's gonna be pretty easy.
Okay, let's talk about your finances. How ready are you with your finances? Have you talked to a lender?
I haven't talked to a lender yet. I mean, should I be talking to a lender now? I mean, like I said, I'm lost. I don't even know what the first step is.
I hear you. Well, I can assure you that the first step is obviously meeting with me. So congratulations on that. Let's go ahead and jump into the financial part of it. What's going to be most important is to find out exactly what you qualify for.
And turning off your phone.
It's going to be most important to find out exactly what you qualify for so that we can get you into the right neighborhood. Now, let's talk about the neighborhood. Which specific neighborhood are you looking at?
I'm looking at somewhere near the beach.
Okay. How close to the beach?
At least within a mile?
Okay. And why is that important to you?
Well, we're from the Midwest. And can't you tell? Midwest. So, yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to live by the ocean.
Okay. And you say a mile. What happens if we were to get you home about 2 miles?
Time.
Nice.
All right, great. All right. Here's what we're looking for.
My other client.
This is all about building rapport here. It's all about how well they are asking questions. Does it sound like the agent is just going down a list of questions, or are they really digging deeper with each question, with each answer? Are there good follow-up questions? Is the agent uncovering timeline, motivation, pain points? Score based on that. Let's give them a hand. They did great. Awesome. All right. We got one more round, so stay up here. One more. We're going to do 2 rounds while you guys are up here.
Dang. Okay. All right.
All right. Bob, we're going to start with you again.
Okay.
Would you like to choose a different category or the same one?
Listing appointment.
Listing appointments.
Shit.
Listings leverage, baby, let's go.
Listings are leverage. And I stole Christina's stand technique.
All right. Now you're at the end of a listing appointment. You've gone through your entire listing plan and about to ask for the listing agreement to be signed.
Right.
We're going to start with, wait, but I want to be clear. I just don't know if I want to sign anything tonight.
I appreciate that, Richard, and appreciate your time and considering us for the job of getting your home sold at the highest possible price with the least amount of effort and the least amount of pain. I'm just curious, what have you not heard that is causing you to hesitate working with us?
Well, everything was great, Bob. I just feel like I just need to interview more agents or really just think about it a little bit more because this is a big decision for us.
Absolutely. If you're like most people, making the right choice is an important decision, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. How will you know specifically when you have found the right agent?
I don't know. I guess if I just like the person, I guess.
Fair enough. May I ask if you like me?
I do like you, Bob. You're a very likable person, but you're the only person that I've interviewed so far. I just want to make sure that, look, I think you'd be a great agent, but I just, that's just how I am. Before I buy something online, I do my research.
Absolutely, 100%. Is your time and time with family important to you, Richard?
Of course.
And would you say those other agents that you might be interviewing, they have family and they have time as well, correct?
Sure.
If you've already found the right agent to do the job for you, do you want to waste their time and take them away from their family as they prepare to present to you? And let me do this for you, Richard. I'd be happy to contact those other agents, let them know you were anxious to meet with them, however you decided to work with us, and I'll let them know that you will be willing to share in part of the commission if they bring a buyer. How does that sound?
Well, I appreciate that, Bob. That sounds good. Can I just sleep on it then?
Okay, Vent, absolutely. Let's do this, however. I'm going to leave you the listing agreement, and why don't we go ahead?
Hey, Bob.
All right. Good job.
That's actually worked before, by the way.
Okay, great. He's trying to score more points. So does the agent acknowledge the objection? Understand exactly where you're coming from? Does the agent gain agreement from the prospect? Share that they can sign the paperwork tonight? Still continue to interview other agents? Does the agent close again after handling the objection? All right, let's vote. All right, we're going to move on to Michelle. Same order. What would you like to choose, Michelle? Open houses, listing phone call, listing appointment, buyer consultation.
Buyer consultation.
Buyer consultation, here we go. Now we're in the middle of a buyer consultation. You're going through the process of buying a home with a prospect, but I still have some concerns. I'm gonna start with, I wanna buy a home eventually, but is now the right time to buy?
Sure, that's a valid concern, and I'm so glad you brought that up. You know what, I want to start with Southern California is a unique market. And I will say that it's always a good time to buy real estate, especially right now with the volatility that's going on in other investment opportunities in the country, such as the stock market. It's a very safe place to park your money. Now let me tell you, we can start now and put you on a longer trajectory toward getting that home you want. So let me ask you, have you thought about maybe how you might finance this home, or would you be thinking about maybe purchasing it in cash, or have you thought about that yet?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a loan. I've talked to my bank.
Okay, great. So that's the very first step, and then I come along and start sending you listings, maybe things that you can't find online, and then talk to my colleagues in the office, and then we can start touring homes if you're ready to do that, and we can start at your pace. The good thing is having an agent on your side to represent your best interests. And to legally do that, I am gonna need you to sign an agreement. Would that be okay with you?
Oh, you look, I'm totally cool with that. I'm just concerned. I mean, what if the home prices drop after we buy a home?
Right.
You know, that's a possibility, isn't it? What if there's another 08 crisis?
Right. We don't foresee that happening. First of all, that was having to do with the lending, and all of that's been resolved through litigation. But let me tell you, this is a long-term game when you invest in property. So while prices may temporarily drop, which we really don't see in Southern California, but at the same time, if that were to be the case, if we had another disaster occur, for instance, they may go down slightly over the next year, but they'll recover and rebound over the long run. Real estate's definitely a long-run game. Let me ask you, is that important to you to invest in the long term, or is it about the short term?
Well, definitely long term. I mean, I see us living here for a while.
Right.
I guess I'm just worried. I mean, all the stuff that's happening in this world, I just don't. Just not sure if I should just wait for things to settle down, things to be okay. You know, I'm just that kind of personality. I just hate making decisions like this.
I hear you. There's always going to be something that comes up, you know, but waiting actually is going to cost you more. And let me tell you why. The same house today is going to cost you more next year, no matter what's going on in the market.
Time.
Nice. All right, good job. So, does the agent acknowledge the buyer's concern? Did she show why it may be the right time to buy? A poor answer would have been, it's always the right time to buy. Yes, I think that's not a good answer, actually. Let's vote. Are we voting?
I totally would have said that, but maybe.
Now you know you're not gonna say that.
Controversial statement, but
How am I gonna?
I mean, what if they're gonna move in 6 months? Is it the right time?
Got it. Ask more questions.
Okay, all right.
It's not the right time if you want to pay more for the house next year, yeah?
Okay, we're on to Christina.
I will take a listing appointment.
Listing appointments. Are you guys getting value?
Yeah.
I'm loving
Yeah.
this. I'm loving this.
Definitely.
All right, here's the scene. You've gone through your entire, I'm sorry. Okay, you've gone through your entire listing plan, about to ask for the listing agreement to be signed. And here we're gonna start with this. Christina, I'd like to hire you, but can we sign a short listing agreement? Just for 14 days. That's all, I just don't feel comfortable signing this 6-month-long agreement.
I hear you, Richard. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Explain to me what the 14-day, why is that important to you?
Well, you know, it's a big commitment, hiring an agent. I just want to see, I mean, with no offense, I think you'll do great. You seem like you'll do great, but I just want to kind of see how you are within the first couple weeks before I extend this. And look, if you're good, I'm more than happy to sign a longer term. I just want to try it out for 14 days.
I hear you. Just define good. What would be a good agent in your opinion?
Well, what's important to me is, I guess, I don't know, I mean, taking good photos, being able to bring a buyer. Really, basically, it comes down to that.
I hear you. So as we went over in our listing presentation earlier, we do have a 2 to 3 week pre-marketing plan, and that's where we are doing all of our advertising, shooting commercials, taking professional pictures, videos, networking with thousands and thousands of agents. So that's what we're doing pre-marketing, pre-going on the market. Is there something that I did not go over today that you were hoping to hear from me?
No, everything was good. It's just me. I just want to make sure I'm making the right decision. I mean, you got to date someone before you marry them, right? So that's just how I'm looking at it. I want to just see, okay, let's how we do at first, and if it worked, look, I'm more than happy to sign for 6 months. I hope it doesn't take 6 months, but let's just do 14 days, and then we'll take it from there.
I hear you. Going with the date before you buy, or date before you marry. Today we're on our date. I am gonna ask for that commitment, given everything that I'm gonna do for your listing to ensure that you're netting the most. As you saw from my track record, my team, we've sold 37 homes this year. The competitors that you were interviewing have sold 3 to 4, correct?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
And so given that track record, we are able to help our clients net sell 104% over list value. Is that important to you?
Of course, that's important to me. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, awesome.
All right. And let's hear it for them. We're good. Okay. So with her, did she acknowledge the objection, or did she just try to convince? Is she asking more questions about the seller's opinion? Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one.
Yeah.
You did.
I remember seeing that one.
Yeah.
That one was.
Did they ask why 14 days is important? Other than wanting to try out the agent. Did the agent show that a longer listing term might be the best interest of the seller? All right, so let's go ahead and put in our scores, and we're gonna bring up the next 3. And that's gonna be Joe McMahon, Bronson Ban, Allison Van Wig. Come on. You're gonna have the microphones right behind you.
Legendary Allison? That's her.
Oh, Allison and I, we're like this. No, I mean, look, we're all great. I think we got a superstar lineup, agreed?
Oh, yeah.
But this shows you
Dominate.
that for us, we have a culture here of wanting to give back. And so, I mean, props to these agents that have agreed to take time out of their schedule, drive down however long they drove to give back. So awesome, I appreciate it. Yes, we all appreciate it. We're all learning.
From the freeway.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's start with Joe. Same thing, and there might be some repeats, just so you guys know. Open houses, listing phone call, listing appointment, or buyer consultation?
Open house.
Open houses. All right, a visitor comes into your open house, you've been showing them around the home, having a great conversation. We're gonna start with, thank you for showing us the home, but I'd rather work with the listing agent when I'm making an offer.
Well, thank you for coming in today. We really appreciate you looking at the house. Why would you want to work with somebody that's made a commitment, fiduciary responsibility, to sell this house at the highest price possible?
Well, I'm on a really tight budget. I just want to make sure, because if the listing agent represents me, then the seller's saving money, aren't they? And they can net more, and they can...
It's possible that they may save money, but for you want to make sure that you get the best price possible. You want to buy this home at the lowest price possible as fast. And you want somebody that's going to work with the seller to make sure that you're getting a property that is intact. So part of the sales process is the investigation of property. Now, is an individual going to be able to hold both interests equal as they go through that process?
You know, I don't care too much about that. I mean, this house looks great. I don't think we're gonna have to negotiate much. I just wanna put in an offer with the listing agent, save money, and I think I'll get a better price if I go with the listing agent, because the seller will be saving money on commission.
Would that be appropriate for them to sell it at a lower price for that?
Well, I mean, look, this is a $5 million house. It's a lot of money if they don't have to pay a buyer's agent. You think I should hire an agent and have the seller pay more money out of pocket?
Well, they're going to be making money by selling that $5 million house. But in terms of your interest, getting the lowest price possible and the best quality home, you need to have somebody representing you in your interests. And that's why, personally, I've had people ask me directly if I would double end a deal like this, and I've said no. Because personally, I couldn't hold both interests equal.
Oh, do you know the listing agent?
I do not.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you think you get my offer accepted?
Time.
All right, what to look for? Did the agent ask questions about why that is important? Did the agent communicate to the buyer that going directly with the listing agent isn't the best idea? How can someone have your best interest in mind when they are hired by the sellers to have their own best interest in mind? All right, we'll vote, and we're gonna move on to Bronson. Did everybody vote? Man, this is tough. It's tough to score. All right, Bronson, choose your category. Open houses, listing appointment, buyer appointment, or listing phone call.
Listing appointment.
Listing appointment, is that on?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay. Can we turn them up a little bit? Listing,
Just a bit closer.
okay, listing appointments. Okay, you've gone through your entire listing plan and about to ask for the listing agreement to be signed, but they're stuck on the price, on the list price. We're gonna start with Bronson. I think our house is worth more money. I'm really struggling with that list price that you were suggesting. Can we go higher on this list price?
Yeah, Richard, and I can see why you feel that way, right? It's your home, you put some memories into it, built some good emotion. Can I ask you how you landed on the number that you're thinking of?
Well, look, the house down the street, which I think our house is much better shape, better floor plan, sold for the price that you're suggesting. So I think ours, minimum, gotta be at least $100,000 above that one.
Okay, sounds great. So you're taking a look at what's sold on the market, and are you making that decision based on just that one comparable or other comparables, or kind of what you put into the home?
Yeah, look at this kitchen. I probably put in about $90,000 into this kitchen alone.
Yeah, no, I can see the time, money, and effort you put into the home, Richard, and it's great. Can I share something with you from my experience?
Okay.
Yeah, most buyers are looking at the pricing based on what's currently available, right? And sometimes not what you put into the home. And we want to strategically position your property so that it stands out in the market and we're exposing it to the most amount of buyers. I mean, what's more important to you, Richard? Is it, starting high and potentially risk sitting, or positioning strategically so that we get the most amount of offers?
Well, I just don't want to lose any money. I don't want to leave any money on the table. I want to make sure I get what my house is worth.
Absolutely, and look, at the end of the day, the more you make, Richard, the more I get to make too, right? It's a win-win for both of us. It's a win-win.
Well, so, look, I'm willing to sign this agreement if we go with the higher list price. I think we're going to get a lot of buyers.
Okay, great, let's do that.
That might be the first close.
Let's go, Bronson.
All right, so this is what we're looking for. Is the agent acknowledging the objection, or are they just trying to convince? Are they asking more questions about the seller's opinion on the price? Why is that number important? Can I share with you what happens if we list it at this price? All right, let's vote. All right, and Allison is next. Same question, Allison. Open houses, listing phone call to get the appointment, listing appointment or buyer consultation?
I'll do listing appointment.
Listing appointments. Have you been on any? A couple?
Since
A
yesterday?
couple, yeah.
That's why you were a little late. You had one this morning.
No.
No.
Already get through this morning.
All right, let's see. Okay, how about an expired? You're now at the kitchen table
I
of
don't
an
do expires, but that's okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
kitchen table. We had our listing expire, so we got a postcard from you. So our listing just expired. I didn't have a good experience with my agent. I'm gonna call this Allison Van Wig agent. This postcard's been sitting in my mailbox, and I want to find out what went wrong the first time the home was listed, or you want to find out what went wrong. Show how you might be different than the previous agent. And we're gonna start with, my previous agent had this on the market for 3 months and 0 offers. What will you do that's different?
So let's take a look at what your previous agent did. I brought the printouts with me and the photos with me, and let's look at some of the items. Like, for one, I could see that the house was vacant. Is that okay to say?
Yeah,
And you didn't have anywhere on here where it said Supra, or it says on the directions, call agent to make an appointment. Why would that be when the house is vacant? Like, we want as many showings as possible, so on a vacant home, it should be super easy for those agents to make an appointment. Because say you have a buyer in the corner, they're driving by, and they say, well, what about this one? Now they just missed it, because the listing agent didn't answer the phone, so away they go. They miss seeing your house. So first of all, the visibility and the easy access to the house is your most important. So I would fix that, make sure that they know there's a Supra on the home, super easy to make appointments. So it might say something like, make an appointment and showing time, super easy to make appointments, Supra on the front door, you'll be acknowledged right away. Then let's take a look at the description. This is a terrible, terrible description. Sure, you have a 2-bedroom home with a family room, but that family room could easily be a 3rd bedroom. That family room could also be an accessory dwelling unit, meaning now for the people that are starting out, those first-time home buyers that can only go up to 800, maybe they pay 900 for your home if they knew that that could be a separate unit, easily walled off, and they could get 1,500 rent. Now they're in a different category, and they're also looking at your home. So descriptions mean everything when it could mean bringing in 20% more market for your home. So we missed 20% of the market by not being able to show it easily. We missed another 20% because they couldn't afford it. They didn't know that, hey, this could be an ADU. And now let's take a look at your pictures.
Okay, great.
Good.
All right. Yeah, so we're look. I always look at what will you do different as a trap. It could be a trap. So, did the agent ask more questions about what went wrong? What do you think the reason the home didn't sell? What did your previous agent not do that you were expecting him or her to do other than sell the house? Okay? Are we ready? We good? Okay, now we're gonna go into round 2. We're gonna start with you again, Joe.
Okay.
Which category would you like? Open houses, listing phone call, listing appointment, buyer consultation.
Let's go buyer consultation.
Buyer consultation, here we go. Okay, you know the motivation, you know my pain points of why I want to buy a home. And now you're moving into signing the buyer representation agreement. I'm gonna stop you and say, whoa, wait a minute, am I signing a contract? I didn't know I was signing anything or hiring anyone today.
Well, we've spent some time working with each other, trying to find out how to find you the best home possible, right? Now, you're asking me to invest my time and effort to find you a home. I need some commitment from you. I mean, you're expecting me to do work for you, and that requires a level of trust on both sides.
Okay, but is this gonna cost me money?
No.
Oh, okay. So I'm just signing anything.
You're signing an agreement that says you will use me to help you find a home. Now, if I show you homes and you purchase one, then I'll most likely get a commission from the seller.
Yeah, why does it say here that buyer to pay?
That is part of the new negotiation that we have. I have to have a commitment, and I'm required by my broker to have a buyer representation agreement that talks about this. This was a result of a lot of changes that took place last summer. Now, my job is to negotiate with the seller to have them pay me.
Okay, yeah, this is really different than the last time I bought a home 7 years ago.
It's a lot different than it was 2 years ago.
I didn't have to sign anything back then.
Yeah, and sometimes agents will show people dozens of homes without any commitment, and then they go and they buy with the listing agent. And that doesn't seem really fair to those agents.
Well, isn't it better for me if I just hire the agent that finds me the right home?
Well, how committed is that agent going to be to find you the home? I'm making a commitment to you, you're making a commitment to me, and I'm going to invest my time and effort to find you the home. I just had an experience with a buyer. We started in October, and we looked at a number of homes. We wrote multiple offers, and it took another 2 months before we found the right home. And then I got paid.
Tie.
Nice.
All right, Bronson, you're next. Oh, we'll talk about, yeah, did the agent explain the importance of hiring an agent to represent them? Does the agent share their value proposition? Pivot well enough to ask for the buyer to sign the agreement? All right, Bronson, you are next. What would you like to choose?
Listing phone call.
Listing phone call. All right. You get in touch with a for sale by owner.
Oh, yeah.
Call a FSBO, and you want to get an appointment to tour the home. I'm going to start with, look, I'm not interested in hiring an agent, but if you have a buyer, I'll pay 2%.
Absolutely, Richard, and I appreciate you offering that, by the way. It sounds like you've sold on your own before.
Yeah, I sold a home before without an agent, and it worked out really well.
Okay, and that's impressive. I find a lot of for sale by owners, they go that route because one, they know what they're doing, and two, they want to keep as much as equity as possible. Is that kind of right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, and I mean, what's fueling the move? Are you just looking to relocate, downsize, or?
Yeah, relocate.
Okay, got it. And is there a certain time you've got to be into the next home buy?
Not really a certain time. As long as I find the right home and we sell this one, you know, we're ready to move.
Okay, great. So not a lot of time restriction. And I mean, Richard, what's been your biggest challenge either in marketing or showing the home so far?
I mean, I get a few calls, mostly from agents trying to get a listing, which is really annoying. But yeah, I'll get some calls from buyers that they see the ad on Zillow, so they'll call me and they'll show them the home.
Okay, absolutely. And yeah,
So look, if you bring me a buyer, I'll pay, but I only want to work with you if I have a buyer.
yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, Richard. Let me ask you this. If there was a way to net you a better deal overall, right, even after commissions are paid, is that something even worth considering for you?
Absolutely, I just want to net the most amount of money, and I just don't want to pay a listing agent when I feel like I can do this myself.
Right, and I think you should give yourself the opportunity to test it out for a couple weeks, right? And hypothetically, if you find yourself in the same position, unsold in the next 30 to 45 days, is that something you might be worth exploring?
I guess maybe.
Okay, well, why don't I do this? I'd love to stop by the home, get an idea of what it looks like.
Nice.
I've been telling him to call FSBOs, so that's how I have to throw this one out now. All right, yeah. Okay, did the agent acknowledge the objection? How well did he pivot? We want to see the agent ask for the appointment again to come see it. I understand that you sold homes before, and I'm sure you can sell this one too. However, what I'd like to offer you is, so that's what we're looking for. All right, let's put in our votes. And then, or our score, and then Allison, same thing, open houses, listing phone call, listing appointment, buyer consultation.
Listing appointment.
Listing appointments, here we go.
Of course.
Right.
Do you even work with buyers, Alice?
Let's do this one. We're gonna do some repeats because I'm running out. Look, Allison, okay, so you've gone through the entire listing plan, asking for it to be signed. I'd like to hire you, but can we sign a shorter listing agreement? 6 months is too long of a commitment. How about we just do 14 days and start with that?
First of all, it's hard to do a 14-day listing because we're just getting ramped up and it's gonna hurt you. My goal is to try to get you the highest price. So we don't wanna be 14 days on the market and then expiring and then relisting, and it's going to be, what happened? Did they have an offer? Did the buyers back out? What happened to this listing here? We can shorten it. We'll do 3 months, but we can't shorten it to 14 days because it's gonna have an impact on your bottom line. My job is to get you the highest price, and it's like, imagine ads going, right? We're listing, we get our ads going the next day, 4 or 5 days. Maybe that first weekend's a holiday, or maybe the buyers are away that first weekend. Now we're at the second weekend, guess what, it's 14 days, that buyer was gonna come to the open house. They see, hey, it disappeared off the market. Now in the buyer's mind, either what happened, the agents are calling me to see what happened. Nobody takes a 14-day listing unless they're so desperate for a listing, and they're not spending any marketing money. I can't spend $3,000 on getting them photographs, virtual tours, ads going, postcards in the neighborhood, and then have a listing cancel and have those buyers say, what happened, and not get you good money.
Well, that's
I have
fair.
to get you the full, I have to get you the highest price.
But can you do it without spending all that money for the first 14 days? Let's just try
So
it out.
let's-
And
So let's take photos with my iPhone and let's put them on the internet and the buyer sees those. And those are like the most terrible pictures they've ever seen because we did pictures
iPhones
in
are pretty nice now.
1,000 words,
That was
right? So we want the
Sorry, that was pretty funny.
best exposure, we want the house to look premium. Like, I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on photos unless I know I'm getting you top dollar. And it's like, this is my reputation, my homes get.
All right, same thing, is the agent acknowledging? Are they trying to just convince? Did they ask why 14 days is important other than try out the agent? Did the agent show that a longer listing term might be the best interest of the seller? All right, are we done with this round?
Yeah.
Oh, we're done. Let's give them all a hand.
You are very
All right,
charismatic.
next. We've got Brandy, Omer, Erick. All right, here we go. So first, we're gonna go with Brandy's first, Omer, and Erick. All right, same thing. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, we're gonna do a little different for the second half. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, make it different on that.
We'll do these for 2 minutes as well. Pretty simple. But you know what I'm gonna do? These are all follow-up calls. You're gonna do follow-up calls, and I'll let you choose. You wanna do buyer follow-up calls or seller follow-up calls? Okay?
Buyer.
Buyer, all right? You're gonna call, so ring, you're calling me and, you know, saying, hey, what did you decide on doing, whatever. I'm gonna say, oh, you know, Brandy, yeah, you know what, I was just looking, we just came by the open house, we're just kind of casually looking, that's all, we're not ready.
Okay, so it's a buyer from an open house?
Yeah.
Okay, so, ring
Yeah.
ring. Hi, this is Brandy with Keller Williams, and you stopped by my open house last weekend. I'm just following up to see where you're at in the pre-approval process. I think I gave you a
Oh,
letter.
yeah, I didn't do any of that yet, you know, look, I'll just be upfront, we're just looking, we're not ready, we're nowhere near ready. We just wanted to we like going to open houses, so we just wanted to check them out.
Of course I get a hard one, wow. Okay, well, let me ask you this. What was your reasoning for going to the open house and being curious about that? Is it because you want to sell your current house or you're looking to move somewhere?
Oh, we don't have a house, we're renting, but you know, we want to eventually buy one. I just don't think now is the right time.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're renting right now, you do realize that you're paying someone else's mortgage off when that could be yours?
Yeah, I get that. Look, we just started thinking about buying, so we're just definitely not ready yet. I want to just do a little bit more research. Maybe take our time.
Okay, well, the first step is to get that pre-approval, so that way at least you know how much to save for, because you may or may not have the money right now. Interest rates are always changing, going up and down, so you want to make sure that you buy at the right time. But you really can't go to the next step if you don't get that pre-approval letter, and it's not like you have to pay for that, it's free.
Oh, that's just such a hassle right now. I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. I think we're just gonna, you know, we'll let you know. We'll, you know, if we find the right house, then we'll let you know, and we can take it from there. But yeah, we were just casually looking. I'm sorry to bother you.
Just casually looking. Okay, well, that's understandable. I have open houses all the time, so I will definitely keep you in my database if that's something that you want me to do. Definitely don't want to rush you, but again, I just want to remind you that it doesn't hurt to at least know where you stand financially, and getting a pre-approval is the first step in that.
Okay, and
Nice.
we're gonna just go through this. I don't have anything to look for. Just, you know, you guys know what to do. All right, Omer, seller or buyer follow-ups?
Seller?
All right, you're just ring. We can just skip the first part. You already called me. You're trying to follow up, and I'm gonna start with, oh, you know what? Thanks for the call, Omer. I appreciate it, but we're just not ready to list yet.
Why do you think you're not ready yet, Richard? I completely understand this, by the way, but I'm just curious.
Oh, I just want to make some renovations. I mean, probably paint our house, change our carpet, and just do a few more things, and maybe even find a better house to move to before we actually list it.
Yeah, I can tell that your house needs a bit of love, but just wanted to say that. But so what I'm hearing from you is that you want to first of all do the renovations, and then you want to go on with listing the property. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. I don't want to list it yet. I mean, I think we can get more money if we do some renovations.
So technically the goal hasn't changed for you, Richard, right?
Yeah, we're gonna eventually sell it. I definitely want to sell it, just not now.
Okay, I understand this. So are you saying that if I bring someone, or if we could sort out the renovation part, would you be more ready to sell the property?
Well, yeah. I mean, but I think renovations are gonna take at least a couple months.
Well, here's the thing, we can know for sure. So we work with this great guy in our office, and they're great developers, and they were showing us the numbers the other day. Did you know that for every penny you spend, you get 2.5 return in SoCal? So if you invest $10,000, you're gonna get back $25,000. I just wanna say, Richard, I'm not trying to convince you, it's not my job to convince you to spend money, but it's my job to help you make money. And if you listen to what I'm gonna tell you right now, just bring this guy, it's gonna cost us nothing. Listen to what he has to say, what's the timeline, and how much it's really gonna cost us. I think I can take that off your plate. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to having someone come take a look at our house. I mean, I have my own contractor already, and I've already gotten some quotes.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to get another one, right?
I guess it doesn't.
Okay, let's do this. So you said that you usually are available on the weekends. How about Saturday or Sunday?
All right, Eric, would you like a buyer follow-up or seller follow-up?
Buyer follow-up, please.
All right. Yeah, you know what, Eric, thanks for calling, but we're just waiting for the interest rates to drop.
Right, and that sounds like a great idea, Richard. So it sounds like you were looking into buying when the interest rates were low. Is that right?
Yeah, we missed that train. I wish we would have bought sooner, but after the rates went up, I thought they were going to come back down again. But I don't think I can afford it with today's interest rates. It's just too high.
Yeah, and you know what? There's options for you, Richard, to acquire a lower interest rate. Have you heard about these options?
No.
You know you can always buy down the rate with seller credit. Have you ever heard of that?
No, no one's told me about that.
So I'm great at negotiating seller credits for my buyers, and we can use that money to pay the bank a few $1,000s so you get a lower interest rate, thus lowering your monthly payment. Does that sound something that would be interesting to you?
Okay, so they could lower my monthly payment, but you know, it's just embarrassing buying a home at 7% interest.
Yeah, and it sounds
All
like
my friends got a home at 3% interest. I'm gonna be the loser.
No, Richard, you're gonna be the winner because you're gonna own your own home. Okay? And what's great about buying right now is that in 10 years, your payment can be the same or lower. I don't want you to miss out on a home that you really like because of the interest rate. So let me ask you, what's important to you? Buying a home now that you're gonna find a payment you're comfortable with, or waiting for something that might not happen?
Well, I saw some real estate TikTok video, and they said interest rates are gonna go down this year.
Yeah, TikTok's a great source of information. I go there myself as well. And they might, or they might not. So, Richard, how are you gonna feel if a year from now...
Actually, I think it was your video.
So you follow me?
I follow. Great. That's how we got in touch.
That's right, that's right. So how are you gonna feel, Richard, if in a year from now, the interest rates don't drop to where you want them to, and you still haven't bought a home, and we're still at square one?
Well, I mean, if I buy now at a higher interest rate, what if I lose my job?
And what if the world ends right now today? A lot of things can happen from now on. I just want to make sure, how long have you been thinking about buying a home, Richard?
Oh, for a long time.
What's a long time?
About a year.
A year? And that is a long time. So how much longer are you willing to wait to get you into your home.
Nice.
All right. Let's do one more round of this. Seller follow-up or buyer follow-up?
Seller.
All right. Oh, thanks for calling me back, Brandy. I appreciate it. Look, we're gonna just talk to a few more agents before we decide on who to hire.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And when we're on the phone, you're not at the appointment.
Okay, so
You're
we've
calling
already
me?
had our appointment?
No. You're following up with me. Maybe we had a conversation somewhere, we met somewhere, and you're trying to get an appointment for a listing consultation.
Okay.
I wanna talk to a few more agents before I take the next step.
Okay, so I'm trying to get the appointment and you wanna talk to a few more agents, so you haven't given me my
I haven't
appointment
given
yet?
you your appointment.
Oh, okay.
I just wanna interview agents over the phone and talk to a few more before I meet with someone.
Okay, so if you'd like to do a phone consultation, what questions did you have?
Well, I wanna know fees, how much this is gonna cost, what your marketing is like. Do you have buyers already that you can present this to? And really, look, I don't want it to be very intrusive in my life. I mean, how easy can you make it for me?
Oh, great. Understood all your questions. One thing I have to do point out though is that I can't answer any of those without physically seeing your house. So if you don't mind, I have availability maybe this afternoon or tomorrow morning. If I could stop by, take a look. I'd be able to better answer those questions for you after knowing what I'm working with, because I haven't even seen your house yet.
And look, I've got a really busy schedule. I don't wanna have all these agents coming to my house all the time. I just wanna interview people over the phone, and then once I find the right agent, then we can walk through the house.
Okay, well, I feel like I could be the right agent for you, but again, I really need to see the house to know what I'm talking about. I don't like to give information that's uninformed. I can go over the pricing with you, I can go over commissions and negotiations. What was your fourth concern?
Well, how will you bring a buyer? I mean, can't you answer that over the phone?
Oh.
What's your marketing strategy?
So my marketing strategy has different levels, depending on what the needs are of the home. I don't know pricing, I don't know bedrooms and baths. You haven't even given me the address yet. I really need to know some important details so I know who to call in my database. Our office is, connected worldwide. We don't even know who I could potentially know if I don't even know what I'm selling.
Okay, that's fair. Well, can you just tell me how much you charge, at least over the phone, before I decide to invite you over to my house?
Well, actually, we don't say what we charge over the phone because that's negotiable. And there are other details that are important to figure out during the listing presentation that would determine what that number is going to be.
Omer, now it's you. Buyer or seller?
Let's do seller again.
Okay, seller follow-up.
I'm trying to attract listings, the energy,
Yeah. Okay, this is a low commitment interest, okay? So I'm just gonna say, oh, you know what, I'm so sorry, yeah, I emailed you, but I just wanted to get a home valuation. I was just curious what my home was worth, that's all.
Richard, I completely understand this, and this is actually the number one thing people usually ask me. I worked with like more than 100 buyers last year and more than 200 sellers. So I just have a question for you. How long have you been living in the house?
10 years.
10 years. Wow, that's a lot of. So would you say you've been investing in this house like money for 10 years?
Yeah.
And you said like you lived there, you raised your kids there, and
Yeah.
everything, correct? Do you think that a house that you've invested 10 years in doesn't deserve 10 minutes walkthrough to get a better valuation for it?
That's fair. I mean, Zillow just gives me a valuation.
It's funny that you mentioned Zillow. Just recently I've seen this news. Have you heard of commingling? What's going on?
No, I've never heard of that.
So 4 days ago, there's a report about commingling. What Zillow is basically doing, it's letting other people put their ads without checking them. And N.A.L has banned them to do so. So most probably what you're getting is not gonna be accurate. To get a better accurate information, here's what I can do for you. I'm gonna check the title, which is not on the MLS, not on Zillow, no one knows about what's going on. I'm gonna check the MLS as well, and I'm gonna make sure to see the house to get you the evaluation it deserves.
Well, this is a little too much. I mean, look, I'm not even sure if I want to sell the house. If I can get a certain amount for it, I'd sell it, but I just wanted to get an idea what it was worth first.
So, if you want to get the good idea and the perfect idea, I still recommend that we see the house. It will take 10 minutes. So, I don't want to take much of your time. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, overpressured. No pressure here. You don't even need to work with me. I like to just do another, reports. I enjoy this. So I'll be in the area tomorrow at 5. If it's a good time, I know that you finish work at 5. You mentioned the other day. I can pass by after.
Wow, you remember that, huh?
Of course, I remember everything. You contact me this Friday at 5. The open house at 123 Main Street.
That's right. I mean, a lot of this is how well they improvised. All right.
I'll do another buyer follow-up, please.
Buyer follow-up. Oh, you know what? Thanks for following up, but we decided we're just going to wait until next year. Things are just too crazy right now.
Okay, what's important about next year? What's going to change?
Look, I'm just way too busy. I just don't want to think about it. I mean, my rent is pretty low, so we're okay with it. It's manageable. I mean, I've heard some nightmare stories too from our friends buying a house, and it was just such a big hassle. I just don't think I can go through that. I just got this new job, and I just want to, see how this new job is because it's really important to me, and I want to make sure that, I do well, and if I start taking time off of, looking at a house to buy, then, then my boss might get mad, and I just don't have time to go look at homes right now. And so, I mean, and next year too, I heard rates are going to drop, so I just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing, and just,
Congratulations on your new job, Richard. Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited about it.
That's awesome. You know what's great about working with me is that we make the process as least stressful and hassle-free as possible.
But you know what? That's what they all say. They all say that, and it's never true. I mean, I just bought a car the other day at Toyota, and it took 8 hours just for me to get. And the first thing the guy says to me was, "Look, it's going to be very easy. It's going to be less stress. I'll make it very easy for you." And it wasn't even like that.
Richard, is this your first time buying a home?
Yes, this is my first time buying a home. I already told you that. I mean, were you listening?
Yes, I was absolutely listening. So, Richard,
so can you just call me back next year?
I will be happy to call you next year. But there's a cost to waiting, Richard, and I want to explain that to you in more detail. Okay? Values will go up next year, and we don't know where the interest rates are going to be.
But I don't know. Is that true? I mean, values, are they really going to go up?
They've gone up
I think they're going to go down.
Well, a lot of people have different opinions, Richard, but I think that you'll be very happy if you end up buying now and you see how much equity you've gained in a year from now. So let me ask you, it sounds like time is the issue for you, right? You're too busy? I
am just way too busy right now. I just don't have the time to go look at houses. I mean, maybe, if you're willing to show me a house, like, after 10 p.m. on weekdays, maybe I can do that.
Richard, you know what? I am always available for my clients.
Nice.
Will you get that kind of personality? Yeah, of course.
If you say call me at 10, they will.
Yeah. All right, let's hear it for them. We're going to go with our last round before we get into our brackets. This is our last round. So, we're going to go, here we go. Let's get Filip and Maureen.
Can you see me? I get up here. Okay. Do you have a stool?
You're good? You good? You need some help?
There we go.
Okay, there we go. All right. Same thing. We're going to do follow-ups. Okay, buyer or seller. Okay, let's start with Filip.
Okay.
Buyer or seller follow-up. Which one would you like to choose? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
Oh yeah. What do you guys want? What's the one thing if we accomplish it today would make everything else easier in your business life?
Buyers.
All right, buyers. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, you know what, Filip? We're just waiting for rates to drop. Once rates drop, I will give you a call back. But thank you for calling me today.
Richard, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I can see where you're coming from when it comes to rates. It feels like you're probably more concerned about your monthly payment if you're concerned about rate. Am I correct?
I mean, yes and no. We have the money, but I'm not going to be stupid enough to buy a house right now with the way the interest rates are.
Awesome. And just to confirm, this is your first home, or have you bought real estate in the past?
No, this is my first.
Awesome. And what originally brought you to our open house for you to take a look at homes and all that fun stuff with family?
You know, I was just curious. I mean, we always think about buying a house. It's always in the back of our minds. And hey, who knows? Interest rates might drop tomorrow. So if they do, then, you know, I'm in. But until that happens, we're just going to wait.
Understood. And let's say if rates were to drop, and they dropped yesterday, what would bring you to this community?
Oh, I love it. This is where I've always wanted to live.
Awesome. Kids go to school here too, or would they be transferring out here?
Yeah, they're going to be transferring.
Wow. And how soon would you want that to happen, assuming rates were exactly where you wanted it to be?
I mean, if the rates drop, as soon as possible.
Okay. Have you met with your preferred lender or a loan officer when it comes to finding out exactly what it means to have the rate today versus the rate of yesteryear?
Not yet, but I'll call my credit union once that happens.
Awesome. And let me ask you this. What would that monthly payment be ultimately that you would be most comfortable with?
I'm looking at around $5,000 a month.
$5,000 a month.
No HOA. I'm not going to pay an
Of
HOA no
course.
matter what.
Now, fair enough. If we were to find a way to get you the home of your choice in the neighborhood location, would you, and I assume that you're not the only decision maker, is your wife also involved in the decision-making process? Awesome. What if we were to meet for 15 minutes, whether on a conference call, Zoom, or in person of your choice, where we can put everything on the table and then line it up? And if the timing doesn't work still, then of course we can be in touch for the next opportunity to meet as the markets go through their fluctuations and changes. Does that sound fair?
I guess.
Awesome. Are you best available during the week or the weekend?
I mean,
Nicely done.
yeah, that was good. All right. Let's go seller or buyer?
Seller.
Seller, here we go. So Maureen, look, the market just isn't great right now. I see a lot of homes. We were gonna sell, but I think we're gonna wait till the market gets a little bit better.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah. We don't wanna. I don't wanna meet yet. We'll meet once the market gets better, and I'll give you a call.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me a little bit about what is the reason that you were gonna sell?
I mean, we just wanted to get a bigger home. This was our
Okay.
starter home. But once the market, I mean, I have a friend that's had his house on the market for 60 days now. I definitely don't want that. So we're gonna just wait till conditions improve.
Okay, well, share with me, I really appreciate the opportunity. Share with me what would be the perfect condition for you?
Well, that's a good question. If interest rates drop, that would be the most ideal situation. Then we get multiple buyers, multiple offers.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Share with me what your dream scenario is. I mean, if it was a
Our
perfect,
dreams, oh,
your perfect.
2% interest rates, and I get 50 offers.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about the interest rate, but I can get you the 50 offers.
Oh, really?
Let me ask you, I'm gonna be in that area where you live. I would love to see your, lifestyle and where you live. What would be a good time for us just to go over all the things that I can do and for you, that's important to you? And then perhaps if it's not the right time, we can always make another arrangement. Would that work for you?
Well, Maureen, why don't I just give you a call when we're ready?
Okay.
Can
Well,
we just do that?
I don't know, what is ready? Can you share what ready
Yeah,
is?
when interest rates drop, I mean, we can get more buyers and the market gets better.
Oh, okay. I see, if I could show you how the market is good today, would that work for you?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I just sold a home that we did receive a lot of offers, and the interest rate was actually a little higher. It's gone down a little bit. But if I can show you the strategy that I can do for you, would you be willing to at least just give me a chance to meet with you and see your home? I would love to see your home.
Sure, if it's quick.
Okay, well, I'm short and things are short.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I don't know. I don't want to sway anybody, but that was a good one at the end.
I like to make people.
All right, last one, guys, before getting.
You have to use the microphone.
Oh, wait, a little bit closer to the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Buyer or seller?
You guys want buyer or seller?
Seller.
Seller.
Okay, well, Filip, yeah, we're thinking about hiring an agent, but I think we're just gonna sell it ourselves and save the money.
Oh, that's wonderful. We're on the phone.
Yeah, we're on the phone. I don't want an appointment yet. I think we decided we're just gonna sell it ourselves. Sorry to bother you.
No, I totally get it, Richard. Let me ask you, what do you and your wife do day to day for your careers in business?
We work for the city.
Work in the city. Awesome. If you don't mind me asking, what's your dollar per hour?
Oh. That's a little personal. I mean, I don't even know you yet.
No, I totally respect that, and I understand. When it comes to selling a home, that's all I get to do full time with my wife, our team, our company. We're dedicated full time to selling your home or any of our client families' homes. And when it comes to that, how much time would you be able to dedicate? And I recall you sharing that you have children and all the fun stuff that you guys do after school and on the weekends. What does that look like if you're dealing with not only my call, but every other agent, every other person that's knocking on your door, every other person that's pinging you about your home for sale? Where will you find time in your week and your day to make that happen and return all those calls and all that feedback?
Well, I mean, I work remotely, so I mean, I get what you're saying. It's going to take some time, but I mean, at least I don't have a boss looking over my shoulder.
And which part of your day are you willing to sacrifice in order to make those calls happen? Would it be time with the family, time on your job?
Well, do you think it'll really take up that much time? I thought, you know, people went out on the weekends just to look at homes.
Well, let's do this. Aside from yourself, who else would be the main decision maker or decision makers when it comes to deciding on whether to sell your home with an agent or by yourself?
It would be me and my wife.
Awesome. Would you and your wife be open to a 15-minute meeting where we can take a look at the house, assess it against all the other homes on the current market, and produce an evaluation, a fair evaluation for your home? We can connect more on your goals and why you're selling, your needs and where you want to move to, if that's something you're looking at, and ultimately to figure out if this is something that makes sense for you financially. Would you guys be best available to meet on the weekdays or on the weekends?
Well, definitely on the weekends.
Weekends, awesome. This coming Saturday, we have either early morning around 9 a.m. or later in the afternoon around 4:30. That's real schedule, by the way. And then Sunday,
okay, fine, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Nice.
Let's give him a hand.
Oh, that's it?
No, more.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no,
So
that's
sorry.
okay.
One more. Buyer or seller?
What do you guys want?
Buyer or seller?
Solar.
Seller. Okay, here we go.
Mouth is dry. Okay, go ahead. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Another one. You know, Maureen, thank you so much, but we're not ready to list yet. We want to make some renovations first.
Oh, okay, great. Well, thank you for mentioning that. I love the opportunity. What things are you gonna do with the home?
Flooring, probably some paint, maybe even redo our kitchen, I don't know.
Oh, how exciting. Okay. Well, what I'd like to do, because that's really in my line, I help people all the time, you know, giving my opinion. What I'd love to do is come by and just see your home. That would be great. Would tomorrow be okay?
I guess, sure.
And we can go over some of the renovations that you want. So what time would be good? 2 o'clock or 1?
Well, can I give you a call next time and let you know? I mean, I already have a contractor coming this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, what about today? We can do it today, real quick. I'm right down the street.
Well, I don't want to waste your time.
Oh,
Look,
it's never a waste of
and
time.
I'm not gonna list any, it's gonna be at least 6 months. How about we get together in 6 months?
That would be great. What I'd like to do is just see your home and put together a 6-month plan for you. And we can just go over a couple things that's important to you. And that way I can look and see the market and see what's a good time, you know, for you to even consider. So would be today better or tomorrow?
Okay, how about tomorrow?
Okay, sounds great to me.
Okay, that's it. Thank you guys, let's get ready. All right. For the sake of time, we want to be done by noon. For the sake of time, we're going to take the top 4 up here and just do a quick bracket round, okay, for the sake of time. But before we're going to tally up the scores, but before we do that and announce the next 4, I want to bring up Alex Scurr from N.A.L. Financial. We want to actually, come on up. We've got some great affiliates and partners here in these 3 offices. Market centers, they're here to support your business. I want to just have them come up here and share a little bit. They're also provided some of the prizes too. So Alex, a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Let's give
everybody.
him a hand.
I'm thoroughly impressed about everyone's effort up here. I saw Bronson in the bathroom and I was like, oh man, I would have been way more nervous than you. But you I've been a part of the Keller Williams family for almost 10 years. Couple offices. I really found my home at Manny's office there at Coastal Properties in Long Beach. The people that I get to work with day in and day out are really special. I create family relationships with them. They come down to my house. So, as a lender, you're invited. I mean, as a lender, to the amount of personal stuff that we have to go through for one of your clients, it's a lot. It's really intrusive. But I focus on being able to create that personal relationship with them because I know that's what you guys do too, and that's what I've seen up here. So thank you so much for being up here. It's an honor to sponsor, and thank you so much, Rich, for having me up.
Pedro and Nicholas, come on up, guys. Let's give them your attention.
What's up, everybody? So, this is actually my second time now. Okay, my name is Pedro, this is Nick, and we're representing Elite Group Home Inspections. We've been around for about 40 years. Over those 40 years, we've done over 600,000 inspections. We cover from San Diego all the way up to the Ventura County. And not only we do home inspections, we also do commercial, and we have additional services. And that includes mold, termite, and sewer scope. And we also do roof certifications from 2 to 5 years. And within mold, we have 2 different types. We have the swab test and the air quality test. And with the termite, we can pretty much get you guys on the same day as a home inspection. And then the sewer scope, you guys know what that does. And also we have additional cool things that the company does, which is we partnered up with Repair Pricer. Has anybody here ever heard of Repair Pricer? Oh, it's pretty much like anything that is wrong with the house, they will give you an estimate. It's not always going to be accurate, but at least we'll give you a ballpark you guys can use for negotiation. So with us, you guys will get that for a 2,000 square feet home, 1,200 square feet home for free. So it usually costs like $90. So you guys will get that for free. And then also, you guys will get your reports back within 24 hours or less. And another cool thing is that in our company, we have over 80 inspectors, which allows us to be open 7 days a week. And we've been doing lately, the past beginning of the year, we started getting our inspectors back into our office where we talk to them on how to talk to people. So that's been helpful, so they can, because we know we can be deal killers for you guys. So we pretty much just, do scenarios and talk to them on how to get like our best inspectors and with their newer inspectors so they can, talk it out. So it's been a successful thing we've been doing. And all of our inspectors are certified in background check. And that's why we're called the Elite Group, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
All right, great job. I want to bring up, do we have Escrow here yet? Lisa's not here yet? Is she going to come up? Or? Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's here.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, hey, Lisa.
Okay, Lisa Molina, let's give her a hand from Pacific Coast Escrow. Can you share a little bit, introduce yourself, and how much you love everyone? Just
Hi, I'm Lisa. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Let me know if I can help you with anything. Upstairs, 201.
Yes,
Right?
thank
I don't know.
you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, let's give her a hand. Awesome. We have great in-house escrow here, so we're always appreciative of that. Also, let's get into our final round, and we have a couple more affiliates, but I'm going to introduce them after we get into our final round before we announce the winners. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Yes. Okay. And then next round will be Michelle and Philip. Hey. All right. Top 4. All right. So here we go. We're gonna alternate. So one of you go first. It's the first time. Second time, the other person will go first. These are just 1 minute objections. Would you like to? Who would like to go first?
I thought it was ladies first.
All right, ladies first. Is that okay with you?
All right, let's go.
All right, Christina's going to go first. Would you like to do a 1 minute objection for a buyer or a seller?
Seller.
Seller. All right. So Christina, why can't we just sell the house as is? Why do we have to do all the cleanup and staging and all that? That's such a hassle. Ready? Go.
Richard, I appreciate that, and you absolutely can sell as is. What's more important to you, to sell easy as is or net the most?
Both. I want to net the most and sell it as is.
I hear you. Like we went over our 3-tiered selling prices and options. If you want to net the most, we're going to have to make it look appealing to all of the buyers as much as possible to net the most. If that's most important to you, then you're going to need to go with the plan that I already said.
Well, do you think our house isn't appealing as it is now?
I love your house. I actually love the red walls. I think it's really cool and brings a lot of character. However, if we, as the comparable properties that we already looked at and saw, what did you notice about the walls of the highest price homes that I showed you?
They have this ugly white color to them.
I know, they look like offices with
Boring.
bright white lights.
Yeah.
I hear you. Well, what did you think about the prices?
They're great. I mean, you don't think my house would get more than those?
I do. Again, I like your red wall. However, the most important thing is to be the.
Hi. Great. All right, Erick, buyer or seller?
Seller, please.
Seller. All right. Before we make an appointment, let me talk to my wife first, and I'll get back to you. I'll call you.
I agree with that, Richard. I like to talk to my wife too before I make any big decisions. Out of everything we spoke about here today, do you think there's anything that your wife would disagree with?
I mean, I don't think so, but I still gotta talk to her. Are you crazy?
I completely agree. So Richard, in everything we talked about here, you agree with as well, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so what about this? How about we get you to commit to working with me now, and then tomorrow when you talk to your wife, we get her to sign as well. It seems like you guys are ready to move forward and you're happy to work with me, so there shouldn't be anything in the way to get this done.
Well, you're gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
Don't worry, I got your back. All right? You can tell her to call me.
Don't screw this up for me.
No, I'm not going to screw this up for you, Richard. I just want to make sure that we get your commitment and we get you moving forward with the strongest foot forward as possible.
You just don't know what she's like.
What is she like? Tell me more about that.
You don't want to know.
She sounds like a great lady. That's why you married her, right?
All right. Well, you guys have them on your phones, right? You guys are. Now this is a vote. It's not a score, it's a vote. Sorry, I didn't explain that. We're gonna go with Erick first this time, and then we'll come back to you. Seller or buyer?
Seller again, please.
Okay. This is an expired listing. No, actually I want to change that. Let's do this. Can we price it a little higher and then come down later? I mean, I want to leave a little room for negotiations.
That's a great strategy, Richard. I've seen that work in the past. It looks like you're looking to make sure you keep every single dollar possible, right?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely, I agree. We're on the same page. See, what's going to happen if we list the property a little bit higher than what I suggested, and we do all the great marketing that we're going to do to promote your property, and after a few weeks we still don't get showings and offers, I want you and I to have a plan of what we're going to do then, okay? So what do you think we should do if we market the property and we still don't have any showings or offers in a couple weeks?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you got to up your game.
Well, you hired me for a reason. You see all the great marketing we're going to do. You can agree that this is adequate marketing for your property, right?
Well, now you got me a little nervous. Are you saying that there's a chance that if I hire you within the first 2 weeks, I'm not going to get any showings?
No, we're going to work very hard to get you showings and offers as soon as possible.
Then what's the issue here?
I just want to make sure that when buyers see your property, they're not concerned because it's been sitting on the market for a long time. Put yourself in the shoes of the buyer looking at your home.
All right. All right, we're going to do the same one. Okay, so Christina, I mean, can't we just price it maybe $20,000 a little higher? I'm just worried about lowball offers coming in. I want to leave a little room for negotiations.
I hear you. Do you know how an auction works? Have you been to an auction?
I mean, I've seen it on TV.
Okay. Do they price something high or low?
I'm not auctioning my house.
Right. So when they come up, they price something low to build a bidding
war.
Correct. Building that bidding war is what's going to net you the most. It's going to give you the highest price, getting all the interested parties higher and higher and higher. So if it's most important to you to net the most, then we're going to have to list it right under market value to build that price up.
You know, I'm a simple guy. I don't want all that. I just want one offer. I'll take it or leave it, or we'll negotiate. I don't need all these offers to come in. That just makes my life more complicated.
I hear you. Actually, what's great about that is you're hiring me to handle all that for you. So you're not gonna have to have that complication. That's my job. I do this every single day. The last house I sold, I had 6 offers, was able to create a bidding war and got $124,000 over list because of that. How does that sound to you?
I mean, I feel a little bad for these buyers that they're doing this.
They should have hired me.
Okay. Let's give them a hand. You guys got your votes? So vote on those 2. Okay, now it's time to vote. Who are you going to choose based on those 2? You're leaving him hanging.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
All right, we're going to bring up Michelle and Filip. And again, we're going to go through 2 scenarios, and you're going to vote at the end, okay? All right, would you like to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Buyer or seller?
Either.
What do you guys want to hear?
Buyer.
Buyer, okay. Let's go with the buyer objection. 1 minute. Yeah, Michelle, we love this home, but we just haven't seen enough properties yet. I just want to see more homes before we make an offer.
Great, yeah, that's understandable. You know, you've only seen one property, but I can tell you that the odds of finding your home on the 3rd or 4th time is just as equal as finding the right house on the first time. Would you believe that?
I guess so. I mean, that makes sense. I feel like this is like the first house we saw. Are we rushing into this?
No,
What if there's a
totally
better home out
understandable, totally understandable. I can line up plenty of properties for showings if you'd like to see some more this week. Would that make you more sure about this home if I did that?
I can't for the next couple weeks.
Okay, understood. So time is of the essence in this market, especially in the South Bay. So a property that's available today to see may not be available even in the next few days. So with that being said, I think it's important that we, make a move on the property that you're interested in now. And we can always put in a bid you're comfortable with and see where that goes. How do you feel about that?
You don't think I'm rushing into it?
You know what, I don't for the right property. Every property is unique and they only come up once in a lifetime in any given neighborhood. So, the opportunity cost of waiting for the perfect home may actually end up costing you more.
All right, buyer or seller?
Do you guys want buyer or seller?
Seller.
Seller.
All right. You're calling me. I'm an expired listing.
Okay, sir.
You're calling me. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, Filip. I think I'm gonna stick with the same agent and give her another chance.
Oh, that's awesome, and that just kind of shows the quality of your character. Out of curiosity, when it comes to having the home expired and all these calls coming in, what would you have her do differently when it comes to marketing your home?
Well, I mean, she said it was just a tough market and it's just going to take a little bit longer than 6 months.
In 6 months, I see, and it took you 6 months to get to this point?
Yeah, kind of a bummer.
Right. Let me ask you, what's your relationship to the agent?
Oh, someone referred her.
Okay,
She's very sweet. She's very nice. I just think, I agree with her. The market has just been tough the last 6 months.
Did Very Nice get your home sold?
I'm sorry?
Did Very Nice get your home sold?
Well, I guess it didn't, but it was, she had tough odds against her.
I agree. The interest rate changes, all that fun stuff, more inventory, all the good things. Let me ask you a question. Aside from yourself, who else is a decision maker when it comes to moving your home and all that fun stuff?
My kids.
Your kids, awesome. Well, let me ask you a question. Would it make sense if we were to connect, take a look at your home, assess it for what it is, go through
time. All right. We're gonna flip now. Filip, flip for Filip. Buyer or seller?
Let's go.
Buyer.
Let's go
Buyer. Okay. All right. Ready? I'm gonna just hire the agent that finds me the right property. That's who I'll sign an agreement with.
That's awesome. And how many agents have you been speaking with?
Well, every time I see a property that I like, I call that agent, and if I end up writing an offer, I'll use that agent.
Tell me more about the house that you're looking for. What's the preferred location for you?
I want to be in the South Bay.
South Bay. What brings you to the South Bay?
I love it. It's just, it's a coastal city. It's cooler out here and a lot of good restaurants.
And has anyone talked to you about the key points of making sure that you stand out above all the other offers? Have you met with anyone to go through strategy, market impact, rates, all the fun stuff that will just ultimately make and save you the most money in buying your home?
Well, we haven't done all that yet. We're not into that, that far into it. But look, I have about 5 agents sending me properties and sending me listings, and the winner is the one that gives me the right one.
Let me ask you, if you were to perform an operation on yourself, would you rather have 5 doctors taking a stab at you, or would you rather interview 5 and ultimately pick one?
I definitely don't want 5 doctors, I guess. I mean,
And the average home in the South Bay runs about 1.5.
time. One more and then we'll put in our votes. One more, we'll put in our votes. Okay, buyer or seller?
Sure, okay, yeah, seller. I'm more familiar with buyer, but yeah, let's do that.
You do whatever you like.
Okay, fine, buyer.
Okay, buyer, here we go. See how I closed on her?
By asking questions.
Well, Michelle, do I need to pay a buyer's commission now?
That's a great question. You know, things have really changed since the N.A.L lawsuit that we you may or may not have heard about. But the short answer to that question is someone does need to pay the buyer's agent. And in this case, I would ask in all cases that we write an offer that the seller actually compensate pay for my compensation. We would write that into all offers. So the thing is, we do need to have an agreement up front. That is something that's changed. So that just gives me the authority to legally represent you and your best interests.
So the seller is paying you, not me. I mean, what has changed? Isn't that how it's always been?
Right, well, before they legally were obligated to pay me. Now it's a choice they get to make, and they make that decision with their agent up front before they list the property.
What if they don't want to pay and I lose out on the offer?
You know what, if they don't want to pay, they may counter us, and then you can decide from there if you would like to pay my compensation or if you want to move on a different property
Ooh,
instead.
I don't know, I'm on a tight budget. I mean, look, you seem nice and I want to value who you are and pay you accordingly, but I'm just really on a tight budget.
No, that's understood. I mean, we're seeing 80 to 90% of the time in the South Bay that sellers are still paying the compensation for both sides. So I don't think that's something you'll have to worry about.
Time. All right, let's make our votes. All right, let's cast our votes. Before we announce the winner, I want to bring up a couple more people. Let's bring up Mike Hardy from True North. Mike, our mic's coming up? Can we change the slide to Mike? Doug, we're going to change the slide to Mike's slide, and then here you go.
Thank you, Richard. You guys are amazing. Like, it's amazing to just watch you guys up here. Like, I know we see you just in the office on a regular basis, and sometimes we get to hear you do these script practice and role plays just at an office team setting, but like, this is a different level, and it's really impressive to watch people like do this in front of everybody else, because it's not easy. So I think you're all absolutely amazing. I hope that everybody in this room is like getting ready for next year, because I think it would be really cool if we could just build this out more and more, because this is just such an amazing family of people with Keller Williams, and I'm just really truly honored to be a part of the group, and I'm really enjoying watching this. So thank you for letting me be a part of the group and the team. Thank you, Manny, and the rest of the team. And I wish you all the best of luck for the rest of the conference.
All right, thank you. Kristi back there? Is Kristi available right now? I see, oh, there she is. She's coming.
She's cooking.
Kristi, come on up, Kristi. A lot of you guys know her already. Kristi from Old Republic. Come on up. And she is providing our lunch, so let's give her a hand. She's gonna pop up.
I don't know if I need this mic. Most of you know that my voice projects naturally, but here we go. Kristi B with Old Republic Home Protection, and I just wanted to start by thanking you all for coming. This is so impressive. I have not seen a group like this in over 7 years. It was so exciting to walk in and see all of you sitting here participating and just eager to learn. That is just, I'm so grateful. So for anyone that uses Old Republic, please see me after. I have a $100 gift certificate for anyone that wants it, that's currently using or plans to using, so that they can give it to their clients so their clients aren't coming out of pocket when they need a technician. And I just wanted to kind of touch on AC for a minute, being that we're in AC season. I've gotten a couple calls from agents that sound a little like, hey, what are we gonna do with the change out? My clients don't wanna buy this house because they're worried that the AC is gonna need to be replaced or the refrigerant isn't gonna be available. So I wanna let you know that Old Republic is taking a lot of steps to service your client. We are buying all kinds of parts so that we're able to repair their systems. We are really prepared, but in the event that we can't, our motto is fix or replace. You will not find another home warranty company that has AC limits that we've added to our plan to accommodate for the new regulations that went in on January 1st. Furthermore, it's also HVAC tune-up season. And for those of you who haven't used the option, it's a really good option for $25 that you can add to your plan. And once every year before it gets hot, they'll come out and tune up the AC. And before it gets cold, they'll come out and they'll tune up the furnace. That way, when it gets hot, your clients aren't left without air conditioning in peak season when all the technicians are very, very busy, right? So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please see me. I'm very adaptable. You can Google me, you can call me, text me, email me. I am extremely responsive. I work 7 days a week. From the morning I wake up till the time I go to bed, I will answer the calls unless I'm out of the country. And then I have an assistant named Barbara. And she's this very nice retired lady that only handles my clients when I'm on vacation. She worked for the Republic for almost 40 years, and she knows everything. So even when I'm out of the country, you have 7-day-a-week service. You can also give out her cell as well. So I want to make sure that you know that your clients are my first priority. And people often ask, well, why should I use you? Well, yes, our coverage is amazing. We are in line with pricing, but most of all, it's because I care. I care about your clients as much as you do. So if you need anything and you're not in love with your current home warranty rep, I hope that you'll allow me the chance to interview. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go about 5 more minutes and we'll be done. We'll get you guys out to lunch. We're just going a little bit over, so I just wanted to do 5 more minutes. Are you guys cool with that? Because this is now what we've been waiting for. We got the 2 finalists. I'm just gonna go 2 rounds with them. Let's give a hand to Christina Blue and Filip Crispino. You made that 2-hour drive count. All right, here we go. We're gonna go another 1-minute round, okay? It's gonna be simple. Who wants to go first? Filip will go first? Okay, you guys will get the same one, and then we'll flip with a different one. All right, Filip, the other agent said that they would list my house for 1.5%. We're in person, 1.5%. Can you match that and do it for 1.5%?
Let me ask you, Richard, what's most important to you and your family? Netting the most money or ultimately paying the least amount forward?
Both.
Or again. So if we're able to exceed what you're looking for, is that ultimately going to be your goal regardless of what compensation goes out to us or anyone else involved?
Look, you know, I just want to make sure I'm not overpaying.
That's understandable. Totally respect that. Yeah, at the end of the day, if someone's willing to cut down their commissions, they may be cutting you on other services as well. It might be a little thing here on photography, it might be on negotiation. If they're willing to cut on themselves first, how hard do you think they're going to fight for you?
Well, I don't know, the other guys seem pretty good.
And at 1.5%, maybe. Do you want to jeopardize your family's financial future on a maybe? Or do you want to invest in the right partnership that will ultimately get you where you want to go?
But you're at 3%. Can you meet me somewhere in the middle?
Let's do this. Let's keep it at 3%. And here's why. We're going to go through exactly what we just covered with our marketing plan and strategy. Ultimately, if we're not hitting your number, we can renegotiate. But Richard and Dan, how did it go?
Christina, same thing. That other agent said that they would list it for 1.5%. You're at 3. Can you bring it? If you match that, I think we have a deal. Can we do it?
I hear you, Richard. What is the other agent's name?
Richard.
Richard. Okay, let me open up my MLS here. Okay, I see here that that agent has sold 3 in this last year. My team has sold 13. What does 3 versus 13 mean to you?
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, but that agent's been around for a long time.
I hear you. If you were to go get a surgery, would you want your surgeon to be someone who performs 3 in the past, I don't know, say year, or maybe one that's doing it every single day?
I see your point. And look, that's why I really like you. I want to hire you. But I just can't get past that you're double the price of the other agent.
I hear you. So what's really important about netting the most in your home is a negotiation. Did you know that there's actually 12 times in a real estate transaction that negotiation comes up? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, most agents don't. They think it's just the price and the request for repairs. An agent who's selling 3 homes a year isn't gonna have the skill set that they're doing. This is what I do every single day. I'm negotiating day in and day out because I'm closing deals.
Time. All right, we got one more round. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. One more round, and we're gonna start with you. This is our final round. Christina, I've been an agent with EXP for 10 years. Why should I join KW? 1 minute.
Recruiting.
Ready? Why should I join your team?
Let me ask you a question. How was the last 10 years for you?
I mean, they were okay. Look, I got by. I survived. Most agents don't survive. And I'm very comfortable where I am. Why should I join your team?
How close did you get to your goals in the last 10 years?
I don't really have goals. I just try to sell whatever I can.
And how's that working out for you?
Pays the bills. I'm still here.
Would you consider your business like a hobby or an actual business?
Well, I don't know if it's really a business. I'm just trying to sell homes.
Mm-hmm. Why is that important to you?
Well, that's how I make money.
Okay, and how much money did you make last year?
I mean, I made $100,000. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Is $100,000 your goal, would you say?
Look, as long as I can pay the bills and I have a little money left after that, I'm good.
What if I could show you a way that you could make that with working less, leveraging our team, our tools, our technology?
I mean, that sounds too good to be true.
Well, come to our meeting. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., let's sit down and I'll go over what we do.
All right, look, Philip, I mean, you have a great team, but I don't know if it's right for me. Why should I join KW and come over to your team?
Simply put, I was totally broke prior to getting into real estate, let alone getting into Keller Williams. And what changed for us was environment matters. No matter where you go, if you're chasing the dollar.
Oh, but I'm not broke.
Oh, no, great point. Where you start, environment ultimately matters to where you want to be. So if you're here today, and ultimately, let's go back. What brought you to EXP for the last 10 years?
I actually really like their environment. They have a lot of parties, and they get, they're wild.
Parties, networking, and what has that done for you in terms of your business, your family, the things that ultimately you're striving to do?
I mean, they got me by.
Is that what you want to do the next 10 years?
I mean, isn't selling 10 homes a year pretty good? I'm pretty proud of that.
Well, you can be good, and then there's the opportunity to be life-changing for you.
Well, what do you think you could do that's different?
Let me ask you, what would you like to see different in your business? And specifically your life. I mean, if your business ultimately fuels the life that you want to live, tell me more about that ideal life for you and your family.
Good question. I just want to be comfortable. I want financial freedom.
Okay. And would you prefer to sell homes for the rest of your days? Or would you prefer?
Nice.
All right, good job. Let's give them a hand. Let's give them a hand. Put in your votes. Put in your votes. While you guys are putting in your votes, just a couple quick things to close out this whole thing before we announce the winner. We're going to have the first, second, and third place. They're going to come up. They're going to choose their prize. You guys know all that. I don't know if where you guys all came from, if you just joined KW, or maybe you're not a KW agent yet, but this is a true reflection, I believe, of our culture here, of what we do. I've been at other brokerages as well. I've never seen anything like this. Look at this room. It's packed, full of agents that are willing to, top agents that are willing to give back to other agents. I've been at brokerages where I was like, hey, can I take you out to lunch? Can I just pick your brain? I don't even get a response. Wow. But this is a place where we have the top agents willing to pour back into everybody. And look, I've learned a ton. Have you guys learned? I've got so many good nuggets from all of you guys. And I'm going to be going back and putting it into my business. I'm going to be role-playing with this in my daily role-play with some of the things that I learned from you guys. A couple quick things too. I don't know if we have a slide for it. We should have a slide for it. But we do both offices, South Bay on Wednesdays, 10:30.
Wednesdays at 10:30, before the team meeting.
And before the team meeting, they do a live scripts and role play. So make sure you come out to that here at the KW South Bay. So I want to share, if this is something that you want to get better in, there you go, group dialing and role playing with Eric. So make sure you come to that. At KW Coastal Properties, we also have myself and Stefan doing live role play. We do that. Stefan does a live one on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. before the team meeting. I do ones on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on Zoom at 8:30 to 9 a.m. I don't think I've missed a day in a long time. So no matter what, I'll always try to squeeze that in there, 8:30 to 9 a.m., Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And none of this really matters, in my opinion, unless you practice it.
Right.
So join one of the role plays and let's practice. Are you guys ready for the winners?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I'm not like the Oscars and announce the wrong winner.
Third place.
So we're gonna go with third place first.
N.L.
Oh wow, it's that close. All right, third place, and we're gonna come on up here. Third place is Michelle Duvall. And second place is between Christina and Filip. By the way, we dethroned last year's champion was Erick. We dethroned him, so yeah, I got you right up until the end. Between Christina and Filip, first place is Christina Blue.
One, two, three.
Hey, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and I really hope that you're walking away learning something new. Now, this is an area that you feel as a real estate agent you want to get better at as far as your sales dialogues are concerned. Join me every week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, all on Zoom, where we actually role play these dialogues and conversations. The Zoom link is in the description below. Also, if you want to get a better idea of what our KW culture is like, where we have these top agents pouring in to other agents, give me a call, send me a DM. Again, all my contact information is in the description below. And you better believe we're going to do this competition again next year. So if you want to be involved and if you want to compete, reach out to me for the Closer 2026. See you guys soon.